Okay, so I have a story to share. Do I ever? Okay, so when I was in like grade 5, there was a guy in my class, and we're gonna call him Gavin. And oh my god, I actually had like the biggest crush on him. He was the hottest guy in the class. To be fair, we only had like 5 guys in our class and like 16 girls. Um, and everyone was falling for him because he was the best guy out of the other guys because all the other guys were like obsessed with Minecraft and stuff because no one else likes them guys because that's just annoying. And um, when you would go up and see them, everyone would be like, "Oh, it's Gavin," and that was weird and all. So he ended up like calling me every night because he liked me and all because we were like besties. Um, we'd always been friends. So he would call me every night on my mom's phone because I hadn't had a phone. I was in like early grade 5. And he would call me every night, and I was weirded out because I was like the only person who actually didn't like him. And so yeah, he would call me every night on my mom's phone and say, "Do you want to play Roblox?" And he knows that I can't play. He would just call to hear my voice, and um, he admitted that once we started dating. Spoiler alert. And when we started dating, he. No, I'm jumping too far ahead. So we would call every night and he'd say, "Do you want to play Roblox?" until I eventually got my own phone and then we could actually play with him. Um, and when I could eventually play with him, he called me and he was like, "You know what? Let's play some Greenville," and that was like our game. And then one day he asked me, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" And that was the biggest question ever. I just immediately hung up on him because I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm in like the middle of grade 5 and I just got my phone and I have no idea what to do. So I called him back like the next day and I was like, "I'm so sorry," because he skipped school that day and I felt bad. So I called him back and I was like, "Oh, I'm actually so sorry that I ended the call on you. My mom's phone died," when it actually didn't, because I was using my mom's phone again because my phone had died um, the day before, obviously. I wouldn't lie to him. And I said yes. And it was a time. So all through grade 5 we were dating, and in grade 6, I think it was grade 6. We might have done this in grade 4, and I'm talking about grade 5 now. He, my friend, we'll call her Morgan. She had a birthday party, and at her birthday party, um, there's a girl in our class who used to be in our class, and I'll call her Carly. She used to be in our class, and she was like the pick me girl of the class. Like no one really liked her, but at the same time, the other pick me girl of the class liked her. So they were like friends. So she invited her to her birthday party and all. So she was invited to the birthday party, and when she was, um, Carly came and everyone was like, "Oh, hi, Carly, whatnot," and um, which was okay and all. So we talked, and she's like, "Guys, I got a boyfriend." And I was like, "Who is it?" And she's like, "Oh, his name's Gavin." And I was like, "Oh, which one? Like the one in our class?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Miss Girl." And before I could say anything, this other girl in my class named Isla stood up and was like, "Actually, he's dating me too." And I was like, "Miss Girl." And then I stood up, and everyone was like, "Oh gosh." And then I was like, "Yeah, he's dating me too." And then I'm not joking, we called him like 87 times. Um, like I'm not joking. And um, yeah, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, Gavin, I can't believe you do this to these girls. These poor little girlies are being harassed by this like really old man." And everyone called him the old man because it was just what we would do. And um, after everyone was talking and everything, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe Gavin was doing that to people." We texted him and called him, and then we finally got him on the phone, and his parents were in the room, and he was like bawling his eyes out because we texted him and he knew what was happening. So people were like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you do this to someone." And I swear to God, the bathroom was giant, and I was on the other side of the room, and Carly was on the other side of the room, and she was on the phone, and she was talking to him like loudly, and he was like talking to her back, and we were on the other side of the room, and I was talking to Isla, and I was like, "I can't believe Gavin's parents are in the room," and his parents like stood up and was like, "I can't believe you'd say that. I'm obviously gonna stand by my son." I haven't like his parents. We are like they're still really nice people and all. I still see them a lot, but they're like I stay away from them even though they're still like, "Ren, I forgive you," whatnot. And oh gets even worse. And oh, and once we settled that, and we were like, yeah, you messed up. It's fine. We'll put it behind us. And he broke up with all of us. Um, I was like, I realized I had like a self-realization. I think I'm gay. So I started dating Isla, the girl that he was cheating on me with, and that was a time because then she ended up being like this really bad person who was like turning me against my friend, who let's call Lila. She was like apparently really mean to me, but she's actually like my best friend now. And she used to be mean to me because Lila would like manipulate her to hate me, and she manipulated me to hate Lila. And um, oh my gosh. And then she would like destroy papers of mine, and then Lila would like destroy papers of mine of hers, and then we would like pretend to be like enemies, but we were like best friends. But Isla was like tearing us apart, even though we were gonna be like really good friends. And then Isla moved schools in grade 7, and then just expected us to miss her so much. And then she texted us, she was like, "Oh, these are all these people who left me and made me all sad." And we were like, "Girl, you were the one who left us." And she was like, "You left me in the heart." And we were like, "Girl, you left us. Like, you did not want to be at our school because of the people in our class. You posted videos of how you don't like the people in our class and you wanted to leave them the F alone." And now I'm going to grade 8, and I think someone who tortured me in preschool is coming back. And the guy I don't think likes me back. Life is great, you know? And I like some other kid, and I know he definitely doesn't like me back because he doesn't like dating people. People who are in my class who are watching this are not going to know exactly who these are. But yeah, that's the Gavin story, I guess. That's his actual name because he's never gonna watch my YouTube channel because I'm a little girly. Um, so yeah, that's the Gavin story. If you ever ask me.